Hey y'all, it is Luca and welcome back to the channel. Today we are once again renovating a house that one of you all submitted to be renovated. The house in question was submitted by Videser. It's down here, right here. But this home is called Sandtrap Flat, second story. This is basically a sort of renovation of Sandtrap Flat that is a starter home here in Oasis Springs. Let me read the description. This is the home of my sim, Elvis Einstein, who works in the scientist career. He met his husband, Jackson Gregg, at work, and they have 2 alien daughters because the pollination techs can't resist Elvis. When Elvis got pregnant with his first child, Iris, I didn't want to move them, so I added on. It's not an original build, so I don't know if it qualifies, but I'm hoping you might enjoy fixing it up. It absolutely does qualify. I thought this was really fun because this is a home that is like truly representative of gameplay in my opinion. So here is the little home. So you can see it is pretty much just has an add-on. It's Sandtrap Flat with an add-on, which is perfect. It's 2 floors here. Upstairs we have a pretty colorful little space. We've got like the bedroom right here. We also have a little landing area here, as well as like a bathroom right here. And then this is the bedroom for the 2 daughters. And then downstairs is just the main living space. We've got a nice, pretty colorful, good looking place, honestly. And then we have like the tiny little bathroom right here. And then like this little entrance area, kind of office-y kind of space. We do have a pool out back, and then we have a ton of plants here, which I definitely have plans for. And yeah, this is the build. Pretty straightforward. I really, really like it. So why don't we get started without further ado? But before we do, I just want to say a huge thank you to the EA Creator Network for supporting the channel. If you would like to support my channel, you can use my creator code luccaowens at checkout. I receive a small commission based on that sale. All you got to do is type in my creator code in the promo code section on the EA app anytime you're purchasing Sims 4 DLC. A big thank you to everyone for using my code, and a big thanks to EA once again for supporting the channel. Alrighty, y'all, let us get started. We're not just going to be going in and deleting everything willy-nilly. First and foremost, there are some things I want to make sure we keep because I want this home to still feel like original, like there's some collectibles here. I don't know if maybe they just bought them or they found them. We're going to make sure all of the collectibles are kept. We're going to put them out back because, that stuff takes work and time and energy. Let's just look around, see if there's anything. Ooh, I bet you all of this stuff right here is definitely a keeper. I'm not even sure about these because it doesn't say if these were like collected by anybody, but I don't know if they will say that. So what I will do, just to be safe, we're going to keep all these because honestly, it's going to be really nice to decorate with them anyway. These are like photographs that I believe you get from space and also the microscope. I'm just going to put them all right back here, just on the ground, just so I don't forget about them. Okay, and then there's also these little things here. Just, we're keeping the essentials, the things that I know that they're going to either need. We'll just move this whole thing back here for sure. Anything that I think that would be, necessary. See, ooh, there's more collectibles here. See, this was actually the reason why this build really stood out to me is that I can really tell someone actually played in this house. I mean, heck, there's even a dirty bowl right here on the toddler little high chair. Oh, one thing I wanted to keep was this rug. I was like, I don't know what this was out here for, but we're gonna keep it anyway. I love that we also have both telescopes. All right, so I do think now what we can do is pretty much go ahead and get rid of everything. There is some issues here. I think this was just because I placed it down from the gallery. There's like some, crops, some harvestables just on the ground. So I'm just gonna make sure all of their crops are set back here because honestly, might as well keep these because I have plans for them. That way they don't, lose any progress if they decide to download this. All right. So all of the essentials I feel like are back there. Let's go ahead and we'll do a nice, fresh, clean start. I'm also going to get rid of all of this stuff that's on the floor back here. That's good. And then now we can go ahead and we're going to get rid of everything. I know there's some things we definitely probably want to keep, but I have notes. All right, let's just start by clearing everything out of the house. I do have a floor plan that I went ahead and got drawn out and everything. I have ideas. Ooh, is this an unlockable lamp? It looks very cute though. I'm making sure we're keeping it. We're going to just go ahead and get rid of all of the stuff. I do have plans to adjust the floor plan a little bit, but nothing too drastic. All right, I think safely we can just do our thing and just delete everything like that. I don't know why I was going through and clicking every little thing. There we go. Awesome. So that is pretty much the rough shell. So the first thing that I'm gonna do personally, this is just like the little tiny things and builds that I like to do. I've talked about that before, where if there's like tiny little things that when you're building you have to do just because that's what you feel like is right. I feel like this porch needs to be brought in like 2 notches. I don't know. It's just how I feel. If I was going to renovate this starter home, because this was originally a starter home, I would definitely do that myself just because I like all of it to be like the same width roughly around. I'm also going to get rid of like this little jutted out spot. Just that. Yeah, something that simple. And then I'm going to go ahead and we're redoing the roof. The roofing, actually, you know what? This piece wasn't the issue. It's this one. I'm just going to take this one and flip it around. And then I'm going to kind of do this kind of moment where it's like opposing like directions. I think that looks really, really cute. And it still fits in with this like kind of desert modern-ish vibe. We are going to keep the pool for sure. I may have to move it back a little bit, but I may not. There's also this really weird little spot here. I feel like it would be better to just go ahead and fill this area in with a full-on room just so that we can properly, oh gosh, it's gonna be feisty with me. Okay, we're just gonna get rid of the pool for a second. We're going to obviously put a new one in, but I'm gonna extend this out and then I will draw in the pool once again. I actually don't remember how big it was, so we're just gonna do like this big. We're gonna do a little bit smaller so that we can include the like diving platform. Good thing is I noticed with the new pack, at least I think, I saw some diving boards and stuff. So that's going to be really exciting. And then I'll just make sure to place this just in the right spot, just like right there. There we go. And then I'll also put in some proper little, what are these called? Little pool ladders. Here's the thing, y'all. I don't even think we need pool ladders in this game anymore. I think they can just get in and out of the pool, but hey. And then before we do move on to the, the proper work, I'm going to go ahead and strip this back of all the wallpaper. We're going to do the same with the flooring too. And we're also going to redo the complete floor plan. It's not going to be like drastically different, like I said, but for now, we want it to kind of be nice and stripped back. So it's just a nice clean slate. For the first floor, the general layout isn't going to change all that much. This staircase is definitely going to be moved to be like right there, I think. That's going to give us just a little bit more space like over here so that we can have a bit of a more spread out kitchen. And then I think right back here is going to be like a tiny little kind of sort of just like a little half bath kind of situation. I usually don't do half baths in my builds just because it just makes more sense to do a full bath. And I actually think initially I was going to leave this open here, but I low key want to just close that off. But I feel like that's kind of an awkward little space now. So yeah, I'll just leave that space right here. And I think what I might do is put a wall right there just to kind of help with that weirdness there. And then the next part is we are going to close off the space a little bit because, you know me, I'm not really a big fan of open concept spaces. Ooh, but this is going to be quite tight if I do what I'm wanting to do, because it's going to leave one tile to walk through. That's kind of too much. So let me figure this out really fast. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play around with the idea of doing sort of an L-shaped, or I'm not really sure what you would call it, just an angled staircase, if you will. So doing something like this perhaps. Let me get rid of the walls upstairs first because I am going to redo some of these. This one is the only one that I'm probably keeping the same, but the rest of this is getting a slight change. Ooh, maybe something like this kind of setup. It takes the staircase back a tile, which is nice. It still keeps it right where the entrance is probably going to be, like right here. And then what I can do is just make this part of that bathroom. And then I can even literally just close that off too, or do like this maybe. I feel like that's a little bit strange if I do it so close. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be a little bit of a weird setup right here. Actually, we could just do this. Yeah, there we go. That looks really good actually. So this will be like a little half bath, and then maybe this room can be just a study for the parents, since that's what was there in this like little section originally. And then now I can properly build in a little kitchen area. I think I'm gonna just make it that size. There's gonna be like a little kitchen here. I wanted to make it one tile larger actually, but I feel like we'll make it work. It's gonna be kind of a cozy little space though if we do that. And I think what I'll do is maybe I'll just close off this down here. What if we make this one big study area now? And then maybe like down at the end of this hallway, we could do like a bathroom. If anything, I think what I'll do is I will bring this room downward right here and just extend that. Okay, the living room is a little smaller, but there's a little bit more room right here for like a dining space. And then this maybe can be just like a little kitchen area, or maybe the kitchen can come here and then a little dining space can be right here. There can be a door right there. Okay, I think this is a good little layout. And then upstairs is gonna be, ooh. See, here lies the problem with what I just did. Now that the staircase is going this way, we're getting an issue. Maybe what I should do, it's thankfully not too big of a change, is instead of doing like this kind of shape, we do kind of the opposite, in that we're gonna do this way instead. It's a little tricky to do this when you're in the house, but put it like that. So it's basically in the same spot. The shape of the room right here is the only one that really changes. In fact, maybe we can make this the kitchen. That's not a bad idea. Putting the kitchen right here, and then maybe even making like this like a little study or dining space. Ooh, wait, it can be a little dining room. Actually, don't mind that, like there can be like a little table right here possibly. So they have like a separate space, but they also do need an office. So maybe this can be an office, bathroom, living room, kitchen, and then maybe I can include some outdoor dining somewhere, maybe even right here. Okay, we figured it out, because now I can just put a bedroom here, a bedroom right here, and then where was I gonna put a bathroom? Let me look at my notes. So I was going to put a bathroom somewhere else, but I think I'm going to have to, oh dear. I was going to try to add a third bedroom upstairs, but this home is pretty small just in its footprint. So maybe actually what we can do is put a bathroom right here and then a bedroom here. Maybe one of the girls, actually it does seem like one of the girls was older, like they had a first daughter. So maybe they get this bigger bedroom, and then this is going to be for the younger child. Or I could even make this the older child and then this the parents. Actually, I like that idea because these rooms are now the same shape. There's a lot of space up here to still move around. There's a little space to go out on this like little kind of balcony section. The floor plan didn't change a whole lot upstairs. It did a little bit. A couple of the bedrooms are still in the same spot, but there's an extra bedroom now, which is cool. And there's an office downstairs. You can even turn that into a guest room if you would like. It's always fun to get to the point where the floor plan and the structure is figured out, because honestly, furnishing is the fun part. I like this kind of like industrial vibe that they're going for with this home. So maybe we'll just kind of take this and play off of that. Is there foundations on houses in the desert? Are they kind of close to the ground like this? I'm pretty sure they are, at least what I've seen myself. I think we'll just kind of lighten everything up, or maybe darken it to this darker wood tone. Ooh, I like the darker wood tone a lot more. That's very pretty. And we're gonna probably keep this trim, or at least keep the color. I like the idea of including a lot of wood, like natural woods and stuff. Something like that perhaps. And then for the the spandreling, I kind of just want to switch to this possibly from Seasons. It's very similar to that one that's from the base game. You know what I should have asked? I should have asked you all to specify what packs you have. I didn't think about that, because then you could re-download my home, or the home that I'm furnishing here. So maybe instead I'll just switch it back to what was already here, but just do a lighter wood tone. And at least for most of the items, I'm going to do base game. Ooh, I quite like this base game column right here. That looks kind of nice actually. Ooh, but I don't like this new trim all that much. It doesn't really work that well. So actually, I think I'm going to get rid of it just because it's a little bit temperamental. Honestly, I get really weird about wood tones matching anyways. So, okay. And then what we can turn around and do is just make sure we add a trim here. This kind of acts as the same thing, sort of. Ooh, I like that trim. And then I kind of want to add the trim on the whole house. And I think the base of this house here should be like a nice stone. I don't know, either like, ooh, that looks really, really nice actually. And I do want to include some kind of like deserty textures too, even though it's a pretty modern shape. Maybe they wanted to, you know, keep the house pretty natural looking. Now this is going to look way more textured than it does in your game, just an FYI. But this is a stucco. It's just called stucco on you, or stuck on you, or whatever you want to call it. That looks really pretty actually. Does this work with this kind of industrial kind of style? I don't know. Maybe we should switch it to a more wooden style. But does that fit with the vibe that they had originally? It's kind of sciencey, kind of modernish, so maybe not. So how about we take a look through here again? Maybe we should use this one. It's called Starboard. I kind of love that actually. I want to go with a slightly industrial vibe anyways. Ooh, and I can even use maybe this as well. It's just called Blocked Out. Ooh, I like that combination. That is really, really fun too. And for the roofing, we can do a metal roofing. Maybe that's what they are. They're really into like science, but it's like maybe this was an old warehouse or something like that they converted into their home. Something like that perhaps. That's kind of cute. Let's see, what other little elements can I add here to kind of work with this space? Well, I know initially what I wanted to do is, first off, we'll replace this flooring up here. This is like a gravelly kind of texture. I kind of want to do some wood up here just for fun. This wood from the base game is very cute. Do I want to use it back here too? I'm going to say probably not. I actually don't like that back here. I kind of want to keep this terracotta vibe. That looks really nice. I can maybe even use it up here. How does that look? I don't know. I kind of like the wood up here and then the terracotta down here. And then honestly, what I can do is just use the ceiling by room feature and put this on the ceiling as well. So it kind of looks like on both sides, you can see it. That's kind of fun. All right. And then let's go ahead. We will pick out the doors and the windows. I'm really liking this color scheme. It's very like brown and that's it. You know, you know me at this point. I'm also just going to use base game only windows, I think, just to kind of help keep it all pretty cohesive and consistent. I probably should just use the windows that are just like a really simple modern window. Something like that is pretty cute. And then let's go into this room. I'm just going to add windows where it feels right to have windows. I don't want to add too many, but I'm going to add just enough to where there's enough light. I can imagine that the bed for this room would probably be right here, or in this corner at least. So maybe this shouldn't be here. Maybe I'll just put the window right there. It's not a lot of privacy, but hey. And then I do need to find some smaller windows, probably this for the bathroom. I kind of like doing like the little double moment like that. That's kind of cute. And then for the landing, of course, we can put more windows. Let's put a window maybe like right here and then like right here. Ooh, I like that. It kind of provides some light into the stairwell here. And then possibly I can go in with maybe, ooh, look at that. That's so fun, actually. It kind of looks weird from outside, but it's fine. It's kind of cool. You know, when you're going up the stairs, you can see out a little bit. That's kind of nice. Adds in a lot of light there too. So it's not super like dingy. All right. And then downstairs, this will be the study. So I want to make sure that there is like a good amount of light, but not too much. Maybe I just put one window there and then maybe like one there or something, or maybe I'll do something like this. And then for this back like section right here, that's actually where a door I think is gonna go. But part of me wants to use this one right here. I don't know if that looks good. I feel like this and this, like they're conflicting. It just feels kind of off. So maybe I'll get rid of this window. That's kind of okay. Maybe I should put it on the other side like that. I'm trying to think. Let's go ahead and we'll pull out a dining table. We're just gonna do this smaller one. Heck, we can even keep the size that we had originally, because they originally had, I think, just like a regular like single tiled size one. That would be okay to put like right here in the corner. That looks kind of nice actually. And then maybe I can just put like a window just like that or something. I'm not really sure about that window placement, but that's an idea. And then like this little area, this is kind of a small kitchen, isn't it? I'm realizing now this kitchen kind of small, and I don't know if I like it that size, because like if we do like something right here, we can put like a door here, and then the kitchen can like be here in this little general area, or a door here and then the kitchen can be here. I don't hate that. I think that actually would be a nice layout, because for me, I don't want a kitchen to have like too much energy. I don't know. I mean, if there is gonna be a door, I can put one right here. So I hope y'all like whenever I do videos like this where I'm kind of like brainstorming and trying to figure it out as I do it, instead of, planning it too much. I think actually this would be a nice little spot. It's still a very small kitchen, so it was not that much of an upgrade. It's still a nice size, I think, because, you're going to have plenty of counter space like right here, something like that. It's kind of small, but at the same time, it's realistic. It looks realistic. And then there'll be a door right here as well. Like we'll just put a door there just temporarily. That's kind of an okay shape. I could even make it a little bit more spacious in here. Like we could maybe even make this into the living room, and like this into the office, and just make this a little bit bigger and just like kind of extend it. And then heck, we can even like get rid of this wall here. That's not a bad idea. Hold on. We're cooking here. We're figuring it out together. Because then what I can do is I could put the door here, and then we've got a full-on kitchen just right here on the side. What is going on here on this day? What? I think this will be perfect, because what I can do now is I can do like an island, like bar here or something, and then maybe put the table like right smack dab in the middle. Or I can just do an L-shaped kitchen, just something really simple like this. Yeah, I feel like that would be better. And then we can put the dining table right in the middle. They won't really have a dining room, but maybe this room was intended to be a dining room, but they turned it into an office instead, because they needed to have a little space at home to work in. We figured that out, thankfully. Hopefully y'all agree with me on that. And it's like, pretty open. It kind of keeps that slightly open concept a little bit more, but not to the point that it's like too much. We are going to use base game, get together, stuff like that. I'm not really sure what other packs I'll use. I don't know if I want to keep these like traditional looking doors, or if I want to do more like a modern door. We don't really have a big variety of doors and windows. So at least in the base game for this kind of color scheme, but I think this looks pretty good. I'm going to flip the door though. I feel like that just does that feel correct? Would you want the door swinging this way? Probably not. You want it swinging this way so that you can actually like easily walk into this space. And then we do need to find the doors. We're just going to use these kind of modernish doors. It's going to be like this really nice dark wood tone. That looks very nice. Let's figure out the window placement before we move too far ahead. We'll do that for that office space. The living room, I think I'm just going to do these windows, because that's a lot of windows already, but I don't want to like fill the room with windows, you know what I mean? And then we have this little itty bitty bathroom. Let's see. And we need windows on this side right here. I'm thinking that we're probably just going to use these really simple base game ones. We'll put one like right here. Oh, I feel like I have to put it on the same level though if I do that. It doesn't look bad by any means. And then we can place like a little one just like so. I kind of want to put another one right here too, just so that there's more light in the kitchen. And I think that's all the windows. I think the doors have been placed. I think this is a good little setup. Now that I'm looking at this in hindsight, I kind of want there to be some color, because what I'm thinking is, when I saw the original home, there was a lot of color on the inside, and I feel like those Sims really, really liked having color. So what if instead of this woody looking plank, we do something really fun, like this orange siding? Isn't that so fun? I love the orange. Maybe not everybody's taste, but I really like it. Oh, we need some windows right here, at least a window. Maybe instead of putting them on the side, we'll put like 2 of these like right here. And then I'm going to put a door. Oh, well, this room right here is going to be the parents' room, right? We can make it the parents' room. And I even think we can make this bathroom 1 tile larger just so that it's a little bit more of a bigger space and that this room isn't too much bigger. I feel like whenever I'm making like kids' rooms in a family home, I always make sure that the teenager or the oldest kids get the biggest rooms, and then as the age goes down, the smaller the rooms go. I don't know. I think that's just fair, even though they're pixels. But I'm thinking maybe what we can do is put in a sliding door. We'll use maybe this one, the dark wood preferred. I could put that like on the side here for the parents. I don't know if that's a good spot for it. Yeah, I can see that working. And then maybe we can actually put the windows like along the side here, because if the doorway to this room is right here, right, then we'll want to put the bed right here, just so that the door like entrance isn't hitting the bed or anything like that. So I don't want windows back here, but maybe I do. I don't know. I feel like these windows look a little bit weird, and I feel like this placement is really odd. We can put it like right there instead, maybe. And then maybe this back section, what we can do instead is put in some small windows like we used in the kitchen downstairs. Oh, I feel like that looks okay. I don't know about the exterior. You know what? I think this looks okay. I might change my mind and do some different things as the build progresses, but I think that this is a nice little space. All right, next thing that I'm going to do is let's work on these porches, do some landscaping. So first thing, I want to put these really cool garden pot things on the balcony out here, because I'm hoping at least that the Sims that live here worked really hard on this garden. I don't want to just delete it. That would be so silly. This is a home that hopefully gets played in. Like, look at that. They fit here so perfectly. That's so fun. They have a lemon tree. Is that a lemon tree? They have a lemon tree. They have an apple tree. They have cherries, and they have plantains, and it's about to evolve. And then I think this little area right here will be like a little hangout space. And then this area downstairs will be where the rest of the garden goes. I know that's probably a little bit inconvenient, to be perfectly honest, because they would have to go up and down to get to these. So honestly, should we add a ladder? Like just putting a ladder just like that? That's very cute. I actually really like how that looks. It works really well. And that way they can just go up to the second floor balcony just whenever they want. Maybe we'll put it right there instead. Ooh, yes. Actually, hold on. What if we put it here instead? I feel like this would be better because this is going to be a little hangout space, and I don't want to take up the space with a walkway, and that looks really nice there. So let's get the rest of their plants. This is kind of a narrow little space, but I think they can work it out. I might even move in my sim and do some player testing just to make sure, but I think that looks really, really cute. And you know what? Let's put some on the front porch too. Let's just keep it going. They have a ton over here, so why not? These will also technically be sheltered, so you will be able to grow them anytime. So, hey, that's more convenient. I don't know. I don't like this, little setup here where they're really crammed in here. What do we think of that? That kind of looks okay. We do have a couple more, but it isn't really anything here. There is a bell pepper bush, but I think what I'll do is I'll just put this last one right here and we'll put the bell pepper bush there. But that looks super fun and playable still. So I think I'm just going to do like a little gravelly little path here, but I want to put like stepping stones down, preferably like these. I feel like this would look really, really nice here. And like, this is the front pathway. So we're just going to do like this with these. That'll keep some of the dust and stuff from the desert from like, being tracked in as much. And then let's see, what can we put here? I want to provide like, I want to add some kind of gardening moment here that looks like it would work in the desert, which some of y'all actually chimed in the comments in a recent video where I was asking about when it comes to landscaping in the desert, how do you all do it? And the answers were pretty like similar, but y'all were saying like, oh, there's not really a lot like near the house. It's usually pretty natural, and compared to like the area, some people have grass and like turf and stuff. And I was like, okay, interesting. So we really don't have to do a lot like next to the house. I don't really think I'm going to. What I kind of want to do is find these one things from the base game. It's these right here. I feel like these would look really, really cool here. Maybe not like completely covering the space, but just like that. That might provide a little bit of privacy too. What if we did the bigger one? Ooh, hold on. We'll move this ever so slightly to the front here. Put that right there in that middle right there. And then we can do maybe this one, or maybe we'll do like the slightly smaller one. Something like that perhaps. Does that look good? I mean, it does add a little bit of privacy. Maybe this does kind of help shield the plants a little bit. Oh, that's kind of a vibe right there. Do you see that? Oh, yes. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. And then for the proper landscaping, I definitely want to go through and we're just going to look at the surrounding area and just try to help blend it in a little bit. Something like placing this down and then going in with some of these like plants, like you can even buy them. They're these like knot grass. We can just place those down kind of near the rocks. We can even do like a couple. And then you can also see like these little tufts of grass. These are going to be a live edit object. And let's see, I think it's this one. It's definitely the most faded looking one, but I want to say it's one of these. This one right here. We just shrink it down a couple times and look at that. That's perfect. It's so easy. I do need to get it done back here and this stuff is in the way. So yeah, you know what I'll do? I think what I might do is I'll do a little bit here for you so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. We're definitely going to use some of these palms because the palms were in the build originally, so why not? We'll put one there, maybe we'll put another one, we'll shrink it and then just angle it a little slightly different, something like that maybe. But yeah, I'm generally going to do that for the rest of the landscaping, but I think what we'll go ahead and we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and work on the furnishing and then afterwards I'll finish the landscaping at the end. I went ahead and placed down some tiles. I just thought I would place down these terracotta tiles again and just kind of honestly do the whole floor like that. I thought that was kind of a little bit more realistic and more deserty. And then upstairs, I just put down this nice wood flooring. I don't know if that's realistic for desert homes, but I did put some tiling right here. I also remembered that in the description of this build, there was 2 daughters and they did have a pink bedroom in the original floor plan. So I think I'm just going to make them both pink. Maybe one will be pink. Maybe one likes teal. Maybe we should do that. There is a few skill building items over here. There's some collectibles that I'm definitely going to want to put on something. So I think what I'll do is they have this little chemistry lab here. We definitely want to keep that in here because, you know, I feel like for a lot of these things, you definitely use this in the science career. So we're just going to put that right there. And then they are going to have a desk space. I'm going to give them a new desk. I just wanted to make sure I didn't like lose any of their collectibles. So I think right here we will put the desk. I love this one because it's just like a nice little shape here. It has some nice little drawers in it. And you know what? How about we give them like a nice computer too? Let's just do like a slightly upgraded computer. It doesn't need to be super expensive. I'm also going to put this flying saucer like lamp here just for fun. And then we do have some collectibles here. Thankfully, we can put some of these back here, but honestly, what if we got like a big display for all of them? I think what I'll do instead is I will just put like a couple back here on this little desk here just so that they can still see some. And then how about what we do is we put some shelves right up here, just right above the desk space so that it doesn't necessarily have to look like it's a built-in, but we can just put like 2, maybe like just like that. And then we can put some others here. Yeah, that's really cute. I like that idea. We do have several more right over here, which is really fun. I think we'll keep a couple of these in the living room, but we'll put some of these little My Sims right here in the little display area. That looks really cute. And honestly, we can probably go ahead and fit these in here. Perfect. You can actually see it all in one place. And you know, we don't really need these anymore now, which is pretty cool. Could we add more shelves? It's just, I don't want the shelves to be wider than the desk itself. I'm being nitpicky again, aren't I? Here's a thought. I'm going to keep these here because I think these look really, really nice here. But we could also create another little display spot like right here in this corner right there. And then we can put these here. And then that gives them a little bit more room and a little bit more room to grow. Oh, wait a minute. We can do this. Perfect. A little corner moment. And then maybe right beneath that can be like a nice little plant or something like this. Actually, I kind of like this space. It's a little office and a little lab. So I feel like we do need a bookshelf. I think these windows are a little bit excessive. I think we need to get rid of one of them at least. And then right here, we can put in a proper bookshelf right there. Ooh, I like this dark wood, but it's almost too dark. I like there to be a little bit of warmth. And then maybe I can just like lower this just a little bit so it kind of looks like it's part of the bookcase. That looks all right. Actually, I don't like that it's in the corner now, but I do like that there's 3 here. It just fits. That's awesome. I like this little space. There's some room so that you can add more if you want. And I think over here we can still put in a little plant too. I should be using more than just base game. So I guess from now on, what you can do is, you know, if you would want to let me know that you don't want packs to be limited, you just want to see me renovate it, by all means. But if you want your build to be limited to the packs that you own, if you would like to, list at least the main ones that you have. I didn't think about that this whole time, so it's good to know. I think I'll shrink this plant down maybe. I don't know. I don't really like how big that is. Maybe I can do like a little table here instead. Just like a little thing with drawers in it, just to kind of add some more like quote unquote storage in here. I want to flip this. We'll do this here so that the back isn't to the windows. I feel like putting the back to the windows is just sad, at least personally. That looks really nice there. And then we can put this here right in the center. That's good. It kind of cuts into this space a little bit, but maybe they move around. I don't know. All right. And now we can properly decorate this little space. I kind of like this blue, little pop of blue in here. And then I think we can match that pop of blue with a rug, just like that maybe. That looks kind of nice in here. And then for the wallpaper, I kind of really like this. It has like a wooden trim and then it has like a stony trim at the bottom. That looks really nice in here and it kind of works with the modern windows, honestly. You know, this is why I really, really enjoy renovating houses that you guys submit, is so that I'm kind of forced to build something a little different. You know, I tend to build the same things just over and over again. I kind of want to just do like dark blue curtains in here. I kind of like it. And then maybe we can just add some like little plants. Part of me wants to move this over now. It just feels weird. That looks a little bit better. What if we like offset these slightly? Just like that. That looks really fun. And then maybe we can just put like a little painting here or something like right here. That looks very nice. And then we can put like a floor lamp over here in the corner. I kind of want something a little different. I don't know if you have the Crystal Creations kit, but you can always replace this with a different one. But I just think this one is so fun looking. It looks kind of sciencey, but mechanical. And I don't know. And then I'm going to put a trash can in here just because it feels right, you know, to put a trash can in here. We'll just put it right there. And you know what? I'm going to put some of this stuff in here because this can be like their kids' drawings. They do just keep them in their office. All right. I think this office is pretty much done. I'm going to try not to over furnish these homes when I renovate for you all, just because I want to keep them fairly playable. I think I'm going to use this light from the base game as well. It's not the boob light, I'm sorry, but it is a nice light for a home like this. I think I'm just going to make this a half bathroom, so I'm not really sure what kind of wallpaper to use because I want to keep this terracotta tiling in here. I don't know, I'm really liking this. It's called Slate and Great. It's like white wall, but it has like some nice texture. I don't know. I feel like this is going to look good for this little space because this is just a normal little half bath. We're not really, you know, trying to build like a really nice grand, you know, house. It's just a little cozy family home in the desert. I think I'm going to use this sink from the base game just to kind of bring in some more of that wood tone in here. I'll go ahead and add in like a bathing area. Part of me even wants to use an item, which I think I accidentally deleted, but I can just add it back in. It is this hygienic decontamination pod. I thought that might be kind of fun to put back in here. Like, you know, maybe they have this like closed off. They basically have that as like a precaution because they do sciencey stuff in here. So it doesn't look like aesthetic compared to everything else, but at the same time, it's functional. And put that little window back right there. That's kind of cute. That kind of works. And then I guess I can put like a little like setup here with some like towels and stuff. We'll do that. And maybe we'll do a green little, what do you call it? A little green towel right there. I'm just going to shrink one down to be the hand towel too, so that at least it matches. And then we'll just, put in the toilet roll right here. And then maybe something decorative right there, like a plant or something. I might put another one of these here too, just because it looks nice to have some extra storage. I mean, this isn't really a plant, but it technically is. It's kind of cute. I don't know. I kind of like this little space. I'll add in a nice one of these lights. I'm going to shrink it down though, because it's a little bit big for these spaces. And then a little rug right in here. I would prefer like a little green rug or something. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that matches so well. They have a little bit of a green vibe. Okay. I do think we found a really good wallpaper for this house though. Like it's like kind of modern, kind of not. I don't know. That just looks really nice and cozy. All right, let's go ahead and we will furnish the kitchen. I'm using mostly base game. There is going to be some items here and there that aren't. Like I'm definitely going to use stuff from like Get Together and stuff, but I'm keeping it mostly base game so that, if you download this, you can use it for your own home. The creator out there, hey, if you have the, more than the base game, go ahead and add some stuff if you want, but hopefully you like this. I'm going to put this one like painting right here. It is what is this one? It's called Trace Remains. I'm assuming that this is like a space painting, and then we'll move back into the kitchen. Let's give them a little bit of an upgraded kitchen. Should I do this? Yeah, let's do that fridge. I never used that one. And then for the counters in the kitchen, I kind of low-key want to do like these kind of industrial-y ones. I don't know. I feel like I never really use these anymore, and it would be kind of nice to use them. There's a lot of wood tones in here, so I feel like it's going to look really good. Should I give them a bar like right here, or should we do a table? I mean, we might even still be able to fit a table like right here in the middle. It's kind of going to be a little cramped, but I don't know. I just like the idea of separating the kitchen space a little bit like that. Maybe this little table right here. I kind of like this subtle accent of green throughout. There is going to be 4 of them. I did see a toddler chair, so perhaps we should include that. This is going to be a little bit of a weird setup, but I don't mind it. They had a toddler chair like right there. I don't know if that's going to be enough room to get around. Maybe we'll do that instead. I think that's fine. And we don't even have to put any like chairs here at the bar. I just wanted there to be some kind of like separation, but also add on some more counter space. Ooh, yes. That is very cute. Then we'll add a nice copper sink because of course I'm going to do that. Honestly, maybe I should put that there. And then this little spot here can be where the stove is. Let's see. I want to give them a nice stove. We only have 5. We only have like 6 in the base game and one of them is unlockable. That's so weird. Honestly, this one just kind of looks really nice. There is that brown swatch. And honestly, I feel like we need to match that and use this nice one. Oh, that looks so good. Especially with this sink. It actually works really well. And then we'll go in with some cabinets. Just fill in the space, make it nice and cozy. Oh, this home is so woody and cozy. Oh, I love it. Oh, we need to lift the cabinets up a little bit. We put them a little too low, didn't we? And now we can just add in some regular old decorations. My favorite part of making a kitchen is just putting in the simple things just to make it look more alive. Ooh, I like doing this little carton. Let's see, we're definitely going to want to add in a coffee maker somewhere. We'll do this kind of grayish one. I think over here will be nice. Or better yet, we'll do it right here next to this area here and then do that. That looks very cute. I do want there to be some kind of covering on the windows. This looks perfectly fine. Actually, this is really nice. I actually kind of like the brown. There is a little bit of a richer like orangey tone there. That looks nice, but I kind of like this one more. It just kind of works with the colors very nicely. Part of me also wants to go in and put like a backsplash, but at the same time, I kind of like how simple it looks without it. I'm going to go ahead and add in a few little essentials in here. We can just put like a little thing of hand soap just right there. And then we do need to add in a little like hand towel maybe. We do want a knife block too. I feel like that would add in some nice little clutter. There is this crafted one that has a nice like wood tone on it. I'm going to add a trash can. Don't worry. I didn't forget this time. We'll do a little green one, maybe like right here. All right, that's a nice little kitchen. It's very warm and cozy, but it isn't too cramped either. Very much so a fan. I kind of want to get this green rug again. I'm obsessed with that now. That looks cute. Oh, we need something here though. We can't just leave this wall empty. Ooh, well, we have plenty of paintings over here. Maybe this little orange one. Well, it's not a little orange one. Maybe we can shrink it down just a tiny bit just to fit right there. That looks beautiful actually right there. And then I'm going to go in and make sure that this place is lit very well. We'll put one of these lights right above the dining space. And then I think I'm going to go in with these from the base game and just put them right above the little bar area. I always like doing that. And then maybe what I can do is put another one of these right here and shrink it down once. How does that look? That's a vibe. I really like how cozy that is. Before we move on to this, final room, this is a living room space. I do want to decorate this little corner. We do have more paintings over here. Well, these aren't paintings. These are photos. We can put one of them here, I think. That looks really nice. I love that. It's like a little T-Rex, isn't it? T-Rex nebula. Very cute. And then maybe we can just put like a little thing right underneath it. Does that take up some space? Technically, but they can still get around, I'm pretty sure. And if not, you can just delete it. No, but I'm just here for decorating them with the vibes. I don't know. Ooh, this little plant is so cute. I love using that one. And let's see, I want like a nice little lamp. Actually, what if we did these candles in the middle? That looks really nice. We have a plant here, and then maybe we put another plant or maybe a little decorative item right here. Ooh, I know what. There is an item that I had on the desk that could go in here. This is a little snow globe. Oh, how stinking cute. And then I do want to put like a little rug right here as like an entrance rug. Actually, this one will go outside, and then inside will be just this one. And I think there is a greenish swatch. Ooh, I'm obsessed. I love this little house already. I kind of want to put this here just for some extra light. How cute. All right, let's move on to the living room. Should I keep this white wall? I quite like the white. It's not like a stark white. It's a nice creamy, like warm white. And so I think to match the green vibes, even though this wasn't really in the original build, to be honest, because the original build was a lot more colorful and bright. I just, me, I love a good green tone. Do I like this combination? I kind of do. And then we want like a nice rug in here, something that fits this vibe really well. Ooh, that's super pretty. Is there a coffee table? There is one from Get Together or Get to Work that actually looks kind of nice because it's got the wood tone, but it's glass. Kind of adds in a little bit more of that modern touch in here. Also, I'm just now realizing I would not put a door here. I would rather it be like a doorway, like an archway. And then we'll use this rounded one right here. That looks very cute, actually. But yeah, we can now add in a TV, which is nice. I kind of want the one like this one, very simple TV. And then just like a nice table underneath it, like this one. That one looks really cute there. And then a nice little bookshelf on this wall. I do want to include some art. I think this one right here is going to be perfect. It's so big, but we can shrink it down just like once. And it fits so well there. And then for the bookshelf right here in this corner, I'm not really sure other than this one. I mean, I could also use the other one from the base game that is this one right here. I feel like that would look really nice. I think I'm going to continue using these. Ooh, wait, there's these. And what we can do actually is just shrink them down like twice and just kind of double them up on these big windows. That looks really nice. I kind of want to get rid of this window though. It seems kind of weird now. Yeah, that looks better to me. And then we do need some little side tables. Probably just going to use the mega set. I mean, that's like a nice set. Maybe we can use this one in the corner, but then there is a version, I'm pretty sure, that has like a little drawer on it that would fit so well there. All right, and then we just need some lamps. I mean, I kind of want to put some candles in here for sure. I know that's kind of like a lot, but that looks so nice there. And there's like a little bit of a greenish hue to this, so it works pretty well. And let's see, what other lights can I find that would look good? These are kind of different. I don't really use those, but there is a green base. There is another coppery base too that also looks nice. I kind of like that one even better. And then let's put some little clutter items on top of this little thingamadoodle right here. I think a nice plant would go really well there. Maybe some books and stuff. While I work on this little space, I am currently in the works of some new content ideas for October. So, just an FYI, if you're a member, keep an eye out on those members only posts on my YouTube channel because there's some sneak peeks. Ooh, this goes really nicely there. It's kind of weird having so many places to sit, but at the same time, it probably isn't. What if we did the green accent on those? It kind of works. I think to help tie in a lot of this, I need to put in some throw pillows. Always and forever we'll be using these. I'm so incredibly glad that we got these in the base game. Like, oh my goodness, what an item, man. Like, these already have pillows, but maybe I can just put a couple up here, like shrink down and do like something like this. Oh, that does so nicely. And then we'll do brown pillows for the main couch, maybe with a little accent of orange. Oh, that's so unheard of by me. Huh. Orange, brown, green. I jest. But I love the way sometimes that this will just elevate the space instantly. Okay, there is the cozy little living room. I'm so obsessed. I love this space. I'm already obsessed with this house. I love whenever I get so inspired by something. So how about what we'll do is we will focus on getting this outer area done next. I think I'm just going to move this pool back to here. That's a lot better. And then I think I also want to extend this, I guess you could call it a deck, extend it about this much so that I can put the, what do you call this? The telescope, so that I can put this like right here, because it was here before. And I was like, you know what? I know they have this little one right here, but you know, maybe they just like using this original one right here too. Maybe it's like a mega telescope and they can get like really cool like images and stuff like that. I think I'm going to move this one tile up though. That feels a lot better. Okay. And just to keep it kind of simple, I will just add in like a little grill right about here. That's actually the perfect spot. I think I'm going to do the black one. And then, oh, maybe we should put it like right here instead. And then right here somewhere, maybe we can put like a little place to eat or to sit. I did notice that they had get together because there were some items from get together. So we could use that one table. Yes, that's perfect right there. And then we can just find some little chairs to go with it. I think these chairs are all right. These also look really nice too. These are from an event that we had sort of recently, the Nature's Calling event. I kind of do like the way they look for some like outdoor chairs. That's kind of cute. And I think to accent this black, I'm going to switch this to this dark version. That looks really cute. And then we need to add some kind of lights or something. Now there was some lights out on the front porch, but when I was like demolishing everything, like getting rid of all the extra stuff, and it looked like they had businesses and hobbies. So maybe we can look under that. Or better yet, what we can do is we can just put these lights right out here because they have them out front. Like, why not? Maybe these Sims really like these lights. We can just kind of put them like so. I think that looks really, really cute. And it's very subtle too. And it adds a little bit of light out here. How fun. We do need to add some stuff to the pool though, and I really want to use like a darker swatch of this. I just like using more warm, kind of sandier, kind of beige colors instead of like stark whites in the desert, just because I feel like the stark white stands out like way too much for me. So maybe we'll use either that one or we'll use the brown. The brown does look really, really nice. And then for the tiling, I think I do want to use something kind of nice. We could use this brown tiling from Get Together. Ooh, that's so fun. I mean, brown is kind of sad. So maybe not brown, but maybe this like, ooh, that's a very pretty tile right there. And I believe there is a matching, yes, it's this one. Should we do the one with the top up there or do like a little thing like that? I kind of like that one. That looks really, really good. Ooh, it makes it look so bright. And then there is a really fun little, what is it called? A water? What is this called? Water style. It's from Get Together as well. That is so pretty. Ooh, This house is looking so good. And then how about, now that we've kind of figured this out, I'm going to add a few more little decorative items, a few little things that they can do out here. How about after that we do the landscaping? I know it's kind of weird, but then we'll finish off the upstairs and then we'll be finished. Actually, low key want to add a couple of these like right here. Just a couple extra little planters. We definitely want some lights for sure. So we should probably add in some pool lights. I think I'll just do these like blue lights here from the base game. That looks pretty good to me. I can never tell if I'm putting these on the right level. And then maybe some on the floor as well would be really nice. There's one just right here, and we'll just kind of line them up the same way. And then, ooh, we should put some little, what do you call these? Little turtles. Just little turtle decals. Why not? That's super cute. Can't really see them that well, but I mean, you can for sure. That's adorable. All right, so we've done that. Add a little bit of a rug there. I think a little light on this table would be kind of nice, just like one of these. And yeah, I feel like that's kind of all I want to put out here. Let's focus on this landscaping now. So I'm actually just going to take what's already here. That is what came with the lot, and just kind of move it around, kind of add to it a little bit. Same with what we put already up front. We'll just kind of copy and paste that. We'll do something like that right there. And we'll put some more rocks here. You know, this probably won't take me very long at all. Put another little palm tree right there. And then we'll just go in with some other little bits and bobs and be done. All right, I think I've done kind of pretty much enough. I didn't do too much landscaping, but I thought it would be kind of fun to add in a little bit of something out here up front. So I think I'm going to add in some of these new rocks here, or maybe just the old ones that came with the base game. Those look very nice out here. I was just thinking about putting like a little row, and then maybe we can add some like little lights in between them as well. Just something like that looks kind of nice. And then we'll put some more lights just like along the pathway right here. And then we'll finish this off with a little bit of terrain paint. In fact, what if we did actually use this kind of gravelly texture underneath the rocks right here? I think that looks really good. And I also think it would look nice if I did something like this. Almost like kind of low-key a little bit of a rock garden, but not really. I think that all looks really good. So let's go ahead and we'll jump on into furnishing the upstairs, the balcony upstairs. We'll do that first just because I like doing the outdoor spaces first. There is a little what do you call it? Little telescope right here. This one, it was already here initially. I'm going to do the green one just because you know me, but I thought that would look really nice right there. They could use that once in a while. And then I'll put like a little sitting area just like right here. This is specifically so that the dads have a little private little area. I'm not going to lie, y'all. Part of the reason why I really was attracted to this house, aside from the fact that it just seemed like a fun house that was like really played with, but also it was the story, the gay dads, hello. And then of course, the two alien babies, like that's just perfect. I love that so much. I think I kind of want to use this. I feel like this would look very nice out here actually. The orange though kind of takes the ticket. So I kind of want to put this right here so they have enough space to use it. And then right here can just be where they kind of sit and they chill. Use this get to work little coffee table. I love this little coffee table. It has like a 2-wide version too. And it's just a simple little glass coffee table, but it's kind of modern. It's got like some wood on it too. I know. I need to stop using this rug, but come on, doesn't that look so perfect? And then maybe we'll just add some little plantaroonies. Ooh, what about this plant? That's a fun plant to put out here. And then maybe like a little chair out here or something. There is this one right here that kind of matches. It's kind of cute, so that they at least have some extra space, just in case they have a guest or something. We'll put some of these really nice candles because they're also orange, and maybe just some kind of decorative item on the wall here just to kind of fill in the space. A pride flag. I do believe that that's perfect. That's very cute. It's still nice and spacious. So if you want to add some other decor, by all means. I mean, I feel like I have to put these little throw pillows. It's an obligation nowadays to use them just because they're just so nice. And the brown swatch is perfect. I'll also put one right over here on this chair as well. And then I guess since we're already doing something for the parents, let's go ahead and we'll do their little bedroom. It's not a very big bedroom, I'll be honest with you. It's just kind of a pretty standard size bedroom. So I can't really put a whole heck and a lot of stuff in here. Go ahead and add their little door right here. And then I remember this being in the original build, and I don't know if it's really functional if I put a bed on top of it. It probably isn't. I mean, we could also just put it like right out here. It doesn't really fit, but I kind of want to make it fit. I think I'm going to just put it out there just for fun. I think these little items we'll use somewhere here, as well as this painting. Do I want this window here? I think I do. Their room is like this kind of soft green kind of color. It's almost like a greenish. Is that? No, a graying. That's more like what we're going for. And let's see, what kind of bed? This is something that always trips me up is beds. Like, I don't know what it is. I do believe they had Eco Lifestyle because I saw some Eco Lifestyle stuff before. Yes, they had this bed before. So why don't we use it? Because this swatch, perfect, because it's got like a wood tone and it's kind of like, you know, they've patched it together. That's kind of cute. And I think for the side tables, I will just go with the ones from the base game that are just these like the mega ones. These really dark wood ones are perfect. And then for the side lamps, I'm not really sure which ones to go for. I really like these from the For Rent game pack. I don't know if you have those. And then let's see, what kind of rug should I put in here? Part of me wants to use this one. I've used it so much, but I think it looks so good in here. Oh, I almost forgot about this stuff. Well, maybe they only have one of these and maybe that one sits there. So maybe they both really like this and they kind of fought over who got it on their side of the bed. In fact, how about we just put two? We can. Let's put them both. Let's give them both one. That's kind of weird and wacky, but why not? So I was going to put the dresser here, but there's a big window. So I'm thinking maybe we put the window right here instead. I mean, they still don't have a lot of privacy, but I mean, I want this little pride flag here somewhere. We're just going to put it right here in between there so that people can see it still. And then I can actually put in a proper dresser here. We're going to use the one from Eco Lifestyle just because I think that'll match the bed really nicely. And there'll be enough space for this little contraption here. And then I guess I can, you know, just to keep this, you know, well lit in here, we can put the window like that. That's actually kind of nice. And then we do need a nice mirror. I kind of want to use this one from Outdoor Retreat, or maybe I should just use this one from the base game because the wood tones will match better. I kind of want to change the wallpaper in here just because we have this really, really cool wallpaper we use downstairs. I think if we found like a nice dark kind of orangey color like that, that would look really good because I wish this bedding was a different color. Does that kind of work? I mean, sort of. Actually, I think I like that significantly more. The only thing is that the lights right here give a little bit of a green glow. Oh, we can change it. We can change it. So if you have the tool mod, as well as Better Build By, you can actually in build mode change the lighting colors. If you just hit shift click those, you can change them to a normal color. We're just going to do warm white just so that the lighting in here isn't weird. You know, I wouldn't want a green light in my bedroom anyways. Okay, and then we're going to go back, get our lovely little ceiling light right here, put it down. Okay. I mean, besides the wacky little side tables or side lamps, I think that looks really cute. We do need to add some more light in here for sure. So maybe just like a little lamp like right here in the corner. I'll move this door over a little bit too. Yeah, I think that's really all I want to put in here. Just a few more little decorative items. It'll be perfect. Ooh, I kind of just want to put more candles. I love these candles. How can I not, you know? All right, and then all we need now is probably just some curtains in here to kind of, you know, add some privacy, of course. We could just use these. I mean, these kind of make the most sense and they kind of work with the colors. Honestly, I do quite like that a lot. Oh, but see, now I switched back to that and I kind of like it too. I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I'm going to use that because they like color. We're going to work on this landing space really quickly. I did not replace the staircase here. I need to put in like a darker wood tone for sure. There's one that came with the base game. It's literally just called some wooden stairs. That would look so nice. Yes. And then I'm going to find a nice little, like, what do you call it? Railing. That's what you call it. And I think I'm just going to use this mega fence. It's just really simple. It works with literally any style that you're going with, whether it's modern or traditional. And there's a nice dark wood swatch that works really well with the flooring. I'll go ahead and just preemptively put in the proper ceiling light in here. And this room isn't going to get much. It's just going to get a door right here, which I actually almost forgot about. We'll put it right there. It's kind of blocked by that tree, but you know, it's whatever. And then we also need to add indoors to the bedrooms as well, of course. Let's see here. I'm going to put one here, and one there. And then we just need like a little bit of a rug up here. I mean, I kind of just want to use this one again. It just looks so perfect. And then a nice plant, maybe a little table with like a little knickknack on it. Ooh, I love this one. This one looks really pretty. And then maybe some kind of painting right here. In fact, what if we went into the debug section and we find those one paintings again? I think they're under wall decor instead of, okay, I was wrong. Paintings and posters, maybe? Oh, I'm also wrong about that too. Miscellaneous. That's what they should be under. Yes. We can maybe find a couple more. You know, we'll just say they found more. There's this one right here. It's kind of cool. Ooh, this one is fun. Oh, that one's so cool. I think that one looks really neat. And then I think somewhere up here, I want to put like a clock or something. Oh, also, I just totally forgot. They did have an alarm system here originally, and I think I'm going to put one right there. Ooh, what if we put that right there? And then we put in a phone too. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah, we'll just put it like right next to it. Oh, I love that vibe. Let's see. I'm going to put something right here. Maybe just a little bookshelf or something. Ooh, this one's kind of perfect. Fills in the space. It's centered with the rug here. Nice dark wood swatch. I think that's all I'm going to do in here. Keep it kind of minimal. Maybe I'll add some sconces or something in here just so that there's some proper light. Ooh, these are kind of perfect. We'll just put like a couple throughout to light up the space a little bit. All right, the next one that I'm going to do is the bathroom. And it's going to look kind of the same as downstairs probably. I'm going to put in like a full, you know, tub and shower kind of setup here so that, you know, there's something. And then maybe the toilet can go like here in the corner. And then maybe like right here, we can do the sink possibly. I think I'm going to put it on a counter because why not? We'll do this one maybe, or should we do this dark one? I like the dark one a little bit more. Using the stark white in this build just doesn't seem right. And then let's see, we'll find a little sink or rooney right there. And then, you know, it's just a bathroom. So we're just adding in the same old, same old. And then we can put the toothbrushes right there, put a little hand towel right there too. I kind of want to do what I did downstairs and just do another green theme. You know, maybe we should do a different color. Maybe we should do like a pink or a yellow theme. No, I have to do the green. We'll do that right there. Maybe we can put like a little hamper here somewhere, just like that. We can probably even move over the door just a little bit so that, yeah, that looks a little bit better. We can then put like, you know, a robe. I cannot believe I keep calling those aprons. What is wrong with me? And then there's like a little basket of little, you know, basement. Y'all, I've been recording for too long. Bathroom stuff. And then we'll put a little rug right there, I think, for the, the shower tub combo. I am losing it, y'all. I gotta hurry up and finish this build. I do want to add in some curtains really fast. I kind of just want to put these. We can kind of just use move objects to kind of squish them together a little bit. I think that just kind of adds some privacy. But yeah, it's kind of just a boring little bathroom, but I really like it, honestly. I think I am going to put a sconce like right here just for some additional light, or maybe right here just so that the shower gets some more light too. So this is the first bedroom. This is for the older daughter. I think I am going to just try to use the same bed that they had originally. I just think that is a really cute little bed. Yeah, we'll use the pink. And then we'll just kind of go in with some other stuff here. I think this little side table from high school years looks really cute. Ooh, maybe we can put this little pink lamp. I know it's from my first pet. It's probably not going to show up because most people don't have that pack, I feel like. But it's so cute. And we'll give them a matching little, like, what is it called? A dresser there that matches the side table. And then what other kind of toys? Ooh, this little like owl nightlight is so cute. I'm gonna put a little toy box there maybe. I don't know. I feel like maybe this could be for a younger teen, like a preteen. Maybe we'll do that. Ooh, this little rug here from that pastel pop kit is very cute. There has to be a really good swatch. Ooh, that's cute. And then maybe we'll put this somewhere, like we'll put it like right here because I think that looks so cute. But I kind of want to give them a desk like here in the corner, probably this one. Or do we do the one from my first pet stuff? I think that's honestly so cute actually. And honestly, that's such a vibe right there. I never really use that one. So if you don't have this, just a regular size table from the base game works really well, but I'm putting this anyways. It's just so cute. And this chair, oh, that's such a vibe. Ooh, we're getting some really cute things in here. Let's see what other things, what other fun little posters should go up in here. I kind of like this poster. I don't know. It's from Snowy Escape. And then let's see what other things should I put. Oh, that's kind of cute. Does that light up? I can't tell. Oh my God, it does. We'll put that in here for sure. And then let's see what other pink. We can put a little poster like that. Let's just like sort by the color pink. What am I thinking, y'all? Oh my God, that's so cute. Void critters, honestly, it's kind of fun using the void critters because, you know, we're getting like what seems to be more stuff involved with void critters in the new expansion pack. Very excited for that. Maybe some of these little posters too. Those are really, really cute. And then I do want to put like a really cute little mirror right above the dresser here. This little thing fits perfectly right here. I love that. That's so cute. But I need to find a proper mirror. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. Ooh, this little Sweet Dreams little light, super cute. And then we do need some like little decor and like clutter items and stuff. Ooh, this like pillow from the, what is this? The little camper's kit would be really cute at the foot of the bed there. Oh, some little books would be nice. Oh, that fits really well there. The llama? Yes. How cute is he? I'm sorry, that's Lana. Lana the llama, so she. A little freezer bunnies plushie. This little fuzzy penguin plushie. A lot of plushies would fit perfectly in here. What about a radio? Oh, and also this little loom would be cute. Oh my gosh, the kitty little mirror radio is so cute. And I think I might put this like in the floor, like somewhere like they were sitting in the floor working on it. I think this is a cute little room, and I think this is enough. Maybe I'll put like these two. That fits that rug beautifully. Love that. And then we need to find some curtains. I don't know, but these ones from Cats and Dogs are speaking to me. You know I am desperate for some new curtains whenever I'm using these ones from Cats and Dogs. Because yes, they're so fun, but they're fish. But they're so cute. I'm not going to argue with myself. I love them. Put in a nice lot like that. Isn't that literally such a fun room? It's like preteen. It's good for a kid, but it's also good for like a preteen too. So there's that room. And now the very last bedroom is this small little room right here. I was going to go with this light blue, but I kind of want to do something like more like teal or something. I don't know. I kind of really like this from the base game. It's literally called Imaginary Sunset. It's like this really nice gradient color. And so how about we filter, is it green? Is it blue? I want to say it's more blue, but I could be wrong. Ooh, this bed's kind of fun. I don't know if that's the right color. Ooh, I want to base the whole room off of that. That's such a nice color scheme. Oh, the pastel pop is perfect. That's literally so perfect. Maybe we should go with one of these instead. The lavender, or is it lilac? I don't know. These two colors. Okay, these two. That's perfect. So we still have some pink. We still have some pink and some of that kind of vibe, but it's different, which is nice. So we're doing what looks to be like purple, pink, and blue. And then maybe we can just kind of find some matching furniture. Does that kind of work? Those are such big side tables though, for sure. So we want to kind of scale it back probably. Ooh, this is a perfect match almost. That's very cute. And that could just be like a little side table. And then we do need a dresser and a desk preferably. Ooh, this like little like cabinet here is kind of cute. There's also this. That's very perfect. That is perfect. I don't know what I'm saying now. And let us see. Do we give a matching. Oh, but that's kind of fun. It doesn't match, but it kind of does. I'm going to do it. Why not? Actually, what I think I might do is swap the bed around. We'll do it right here, and then this can go here in the corner, and then this can go right here instead. That's a little bit of a better layout, I think, just because I feel like otherwise it was going to be weird. And then we'll place down, I think I'm actually going to use one of these. Those are really cute. Let's see, is there like a purpley one? That's kind of cute with the blue. Oh, the blue is better. And then we'll give them just like a little chair. I kind of like this pink. I don't know. I feel like this room is a little bit more chaotic. Like this is a preteen who knows what they want. This is like a kid who's like, everything is mismatched. But like, in a way that works weirdly. Like maybe this teenager, preteen, whatever, is very like, thinks that they love their room and it's like, yes, I did a perfect job. But then sees their, little sister's room and is like, it's kind of cool and I'm kind of jealous. Ooh, this rug. Is it kind of loud and ridiculous? Yes, but maybe it has a color that works. Ooh, that's kind of fun. But I kind of like that. I kind of like the ridiculous colors. It's kind of clashy. It's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of weird. And I think I kind of want to give them like a little TV maybe. Oh, but this little penguin TV literally is the perfect color. And is there, yes, there's a little teal, little GameCube. Oh my, honestly, what a vibe. And I think a little lamp right there would be super cute. Maybe, oh, I don't want to put candles. I was about to put candles. I'm like, no, this is a kid's room. That's weird. Ooh, a little salt rock. Oh, what if we give one to each kid? Like maybe their dad like literally found these, like something like that maybe. That's so cute. And then I would probably want to put some other decor in here too. Oh, we need a mirror for sure. Want to add a mirror. Oh, this is cute. Honestly, the My First Pet stuff pack, I know it's controversial. I know people don't normally like it, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. The items are kind of cute. I'm going to give them the same lamp that their sister has. So it's like they both got one for, Christmas or something. And I am going to put like a little chair or something in here, or maybe just another one of these like little piles of pillows. I feel like that would be really nice so that they could sit and play their game. And I think right here, I would like to put a bookshelf right here. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, there's this one from is it High School Years pack? That kind of fits there really well, but I know for certain that there is a bookshelf from, I'm pretty sure from the toddler stuff or whatever that matches the bed really well. That's perfect. Is that toddlers? Is it kids' room? I can never remember. I'm pretty sure it's the kids' room stuff pack. And then let's see, what else can I put in here? Honestly, this cobweb, kind of silly, but like that's the point with their room is that they kind of just like put whatever they want in here. And they love it. Like their older sister really has to have things match and be perfect and everything. But at the same time, like if they see something they like, they're going to put it in their room. And it works really, really well because it represents who they are. Wow. I don't know why I'm getting into this like little, not ramble, but I'm just getting into this random little side discussion. Anyways, let's put down some curtains or a curtain and some lights, and then we'll be finished with this house. Ooh, this curtain is kind of perfect. I love that. Put in a little light, and I do believe we are done, y'all. Alrighty, y'all. We are finished with this renovation. Extra special shout out to the creator of this build, Videser. I don't know. Let me know how you pronounce your username, but thank you so much for uploading this home. I actually really liked the original. I loved how colorful it was. I loved how fun and like it looked like people played with this house. I feel like you actually played with this house. So I was really inspired by the little story and the home here. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's tour the renovation. So here is the exterior. As you can see, I changed a lot. But this is more of my style, of course. It's more in the style of, more of a slightly rustic mixed with a little bit of industrial vibe. We've got our lovely little garden space on the top of the roof here as well. I thought that was really fun way to kind of keep the garden there. We have a pool still as well. It's pretty similar to what the previous build was already, but I just kind of elevated it a little bit, made it work with the environment a little bit nicer. And of course, I left that big old microscope, telescope, tomato, tomato. Actually, that is not tomato, tomato, because those are very different things. We have a lovely little kitchen space. I'm honestly, not even joking, obsessed with this kitchen. It's got a lot of counter space. It's really clean, but it's also really warm and inviting. I love that. Cozy little living room here as well. It's simple. It's a living room, but I love the greens, the oranges, the browns. It just makes me feel so comfy. And then there's a bathroom here. There is a little decontamination station. That's just a shower, but it comes with, I'm pretty sure, the scientist career, and it was already in the original house. So I was like, you know what? Let's just throw that in there. But I made it work with the style. We have a cozy little office space as well. There was one originally, but it was like in the main landing. So I thought making it a nice little private room. I really like the blue colors, and we still kept the My Sims trophies and stuff that they have here. We have a little upstairs landing. Nothing special about that, really. We have the parents' bedroom right here. There's not a lot going on in here just because there is an exit to the balcony out there, but I like how simple and clean it is. Sometimes having a clean bedroom is honestly, it means so much. Having a clean bedroom is so nice to actually sleep in. There's a little outdoor balcony here that's just off of the main bedroom space. I thought that was kind of a nice little thing to add in here. Something, so they can have a nice little, private little sit out here as well. This preteen room, I'm kind of obsessed with, honestly. I think it's really fun, really pink, but not like hot pink. It's like pastel, warm, peachy kind of pink. It's very like a little bit grown up, but also still childlike in a way. We have another bathroom upstairs. It's pretty simple. I think it's a really realistic little bathroom though. And then lastly, there is another kid's room. This is probably a younger child. Here's one angle, and then I'll show you the other angle. It's kind of hard because it's a small room, but it's very cute. I think the colors in here are super fun. They're a little less coordinated, but in a good way. And then here is downstairs. Here's the floor plan if you want to recreate it yourself. This is originally a starter home that came with the base game. So it's actually kind of fun that this is technically the second renovation, which is really interesting. And then here is the floor plan for upstairs as well. And yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much to the creator of this build for tagging me and asking me to renovate it. It was honestly so much fun. I genuinely enjoy doing this. If you would like to upload your own build for me to renovate, go ahead and tag it with the hashtag luccaowens. I'll check it out. And if it sparks something, I'll renovate it. I'm not promising to renovate every single build that gets tagged, but I am looking at them. Don't you worry. I just want to also say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. A big thank you to you all for supporting the channel. You really are helping me keep doing these videos full time. It's been weird. I've been doing this for 9 years, soon to be 10 years in January, and I never really truly thought I would ever get to this point. I'm like, what? Literally wigless. I'm kidding. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for the lovely feedback, the lovely comments. I really genuinely appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure by letting me know by hitting the like button and letting me know in the comments as well. And if you're new here, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? You already got here, so you might as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.